efficiencies on. No gun. That sucks. Don't care. That sucks. No gun. That sucks. Oh, never mind. L5-23. I guess that's okay. And an M17 with 9mm. No thanks. That gun sucks. And the scientist had nothing. Alright, so that was a bunch of ammo for no real good reason. Or a bunch of mana, I mean. Rifle. Off we go. Woo. Not quite turned the right way for that lower one. 7. Yeah, let's go check it has gas first. Yeah, it's got enough to be worth. Alright, that takes us back to 55. Fungal Blossom. Yep, there we go. Another fungal flower. They're just everywhere. They're everywhere. Now my fear is that we're going to run into some kind of roadblock along this narrow, twisty trail through the forest that's going to keep me from moving down this way. I don't know if it'd be considered a magic-only build, but it's working just fine. We're finding little kinks in the system, getting them worked out. Or getting them reported anyway. Alright, big, ugly, long forest trail. Don't dump me right into the city. It dumped me right into the city. I hate it when it does that. Ugh. Lovely. Yeah, I hate it when it does this. Because now my choices are go all the way back out and circle around and hope I can work my way through here. Check out the lower area. Because otherwise I have to drive into the city. Which I don't want to do in this vehicle. I really, really don't want to do that in this vehicle. Not in its current condition especially. No apartment towers in sight to get a free look at the local area. I think I'm going to have to drive back around. I'm going to have to go back out and then come south and hope that this is an open area here. And then I can work my way south and it stays open territory. It's just... it's not going to work. Not the way it's currently set. So we're out of here. At least I know the route is clear going back out again. Oh, fungaloids are fun. For a few reasons, they can be, but you got to kind of focus on them. The whole fungaloid mutation line's pretty cool. once you know about the fungus, I mean, you can deal with them in various ways. It's just they're impossible to eradicate. Impossible meaning not worth the time and the energy to even try. So it's not good if you're not planning on doing a focused run and or trying to build a home base near fungus. As long as you're not trying to do that silly thing, then they're pretty easy to avoid. If you're not aware, you can only get a fungal infection through being adjacent to the fungal creatures and the spores. So you can walk on fungal beds, you can run around with no problem in fungal areas, just don't stand next to either the spore or the fungal creatures, and they have no chance of infecting you. What do we got out here? Lock, an L2000, shotgun arm CBM. Once again, no science ID cards. Good old shotgun arm. See, I need a chainsaw arm. Somebody needs to mod in the chainsaw arm so I can have my my Ash run, my Evil Dead run. I need a cool boomstick, and I need a chainsaw arm. Then we can play Medieval Dead. Yeah. Alright, don't care about any of this stuff. Still looking for a science ID card. First lab we went into was an ice lab. We left. And we lost an ID card in the hub. Failure. And I haven't found any since. Alright, more gas. Yeah, tiny bit. Why no Cataclysm PK Arcana? Because they're all unbalanced as all hell. And every time I would update my experimental, I would likely be massively suffering a bunch of crashes until the mod authors got it caught up again. I have played each of those in turn. Actually, I've never done Cataclysm. I've done PKs a number of times in the past, and I've done Arcana a couple of times. But I feel they're just too unbalanced for what they offer. They can be fun, don't get me wrong. More power to you if you enjoy them. But I don't play with a lot of the mods, or the heavy mods especially. There's just stuff kind of thrown against a wall to see what would stick without any real regard to balancing of either power levels or difficulty factors. So I don't find that particular kind of design style too interesting. There is plenty enough in the base game and the minor mods to keep you busy for quite a while. But some people gots to have their 14 zillion various types of things, and that's fine. If you enjoy them, have fun with it. Not my cup of tea. Again, body sight with nothing that's going to make me happy. We got yet another military outpost just kind of squatting in the middle of the trees. I hate it when they put them in the trees. Looks like another body sight. Over skates. And then one to my right as well. Body sights everywhere. No. I don't mind harder, tougher Zeds, but they also introduce tons of ways, PKs in particular. I can't talk about Cata++ because I've never played it, but PKs in particular also adds a lot of, here, you're dead. No matter what else happens, you could just step around a corner and be dead. Not terribly fun. Good old Fusion Blaster arm. Who is it in the drug trade that insists on having these Fusion Blaster arms? And again, we're stuck up against a tree line. Ugh. So no matter where I go, I am stuck trying to get to roads by all these massive forestation sections in these maps. No, never tried Crazy Cat either. There's the mil-spec turrets. Gotta be careful, the turrets. The different types of turrets can fire different ranges. So we don't want to get anywhere closer to these things. If I remember right, I think mil-specs are 16. It goes like 12 for standard turrets, 16 for mil-spec, and then it jumps way the hell out to like 30 for anti-material turrets. Trying to see if this will actually let us scoot around to the next road network. Maybe. Looks like we might be able to get to that road network. We can, as long as I divert. Oop, airdrop. I'm coming for you, airdrop crates. I see you. That's kind of funny. Alright, we'll grab the loaded one. I think I've already got one of those. And another MRE. Exciting. Let's actually switch out from sneakers to these fitted. Oops, I'm wearing rollerblades. Never mind. Take off. Rollerblades. Alright, go with combat boots and rollerblades instead of sneakers and rollerblades now. Okay, a laboratory that we can't get into. Exciting! Well, technically I could get into it. I think pickaxes are still broke and I don't have one. I don't have the metalworking stuff. Let's see if there's a vehicle in front of it, and then we'll just... Oh, yeah. And we'll just flip back around here. So, no vehicle. Alright, it's fairly isolated. It's probably another ice lab, given my luck. More woods that are blocking us off, though. Lab would be pretty nice to get into right now. Whoops. Alright, driving. No more driving skill, thank you very much. Turn that thing off. Lab would give me everything I need right now to get the next few stages of my upgrade stuff done. And again, we've got woods leading right up into a town. And nothing that I see is very interesting about this place. So, back around we go. Why is driving skill bad? It gains you very little beyond level 4 or so. You can already stop on a dime and do pinpoint turns and everything. Meanwhile, while you're driving, you're constantly dropping your focus because you're training your driving skill while you're driving. So you'll see your focus pretty much stays at the minimum while you're driving. And if I were to hop out and start fighting all of a sudden, I would have no focus to gain combat XP. Or spell XP, or crafting XP, or anything else. So it's just a unnecessary drain on your focus trait that you're not getting any real benefit from. So, I usually turn it off when I hit, when I notice that I've hit level 4 or so. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to go all the way around this section, aren't I? I have briefly visited the irradiation plant at the very tail end of one of my runs. We got, I don't know, a third of it researched or looked at before I got shot to death by a turret. That's been my only experience with the irradiation plant so far. I think we saw shockers, shocker brutes, turrets, technicians, I forget what else. And again, no stuff of any use. Where, oh where, have all the scientists' body sites gone? Let's go north first. And a big old helicopter. That's the kind I like to find usually. That's the Osprey. Especially if I'm on a bionics run. Or at least it used to be, back when I would able to actually get any bionics from dissection. I'm not seeing anything in there I care about. A couple of pilots isn't going to excite me any. Can't quite see into the darkened interior there, but I'm not seeing much beyond the pilots. We're just going to keep moving. No, I know of Kenshi. I've followed it and kind of peeked at it a bit, but I haven't actually played it. Nope, we're going to get blocked from that section. Yeah, it's just a burnt out section of the forest. That's all it is. Previous forest fire. It's a relatively new addition to the forest templates. Just waiting for the... I'm finding more flaming eyes than I'm finding scientist body sites nowadays. Which is a really, really odd flip-flop of the way things used to be. Whoa, what am I looking at? What am I looking at here? Weird looking place. It's not showing up on the map as anything. I see a wasp. What am I seeing here? Canvas wall. Is this like some kind of hidden bandit camp? I really don't want to deal with bandits. Roll mats laying outside. Either Fiddle Creek. I don't know. Is that a bandit? I assume that's probably a bandit camp. I'm not geared up enough to take big hits from bandits. Yeah, I expected the map to show me bandits, but or in the little NPC indicators, but I'm not seeing any. So something weird's going on. I need to get rid of this wasp. Let's slow down. I got nothing in my hands. If I try to hit it, it's too far away for my spells currently. Problem is, it's going to be pretty quick, and as soon as I... He's too far away already. Yep. Alright, now I've got his attention. I'm gonna do this. I could shoot him, but I'd rather not make get a bunch of attention. Yet another Terran reality. I think I'm gonna have to shoot it. Alright, Wasp is down. I think I'm gonna get the gun out. Just in case. Yeah, that sure looks like a bandit camp of some kind. Just all sorts of paranoid that I'm gonna stick my head around a corner and just get it shot off. Trying to remember, what do I have? Maybe it's a bandit camp and I've got NPCs turned off. Maybe that's what's going on. I forgot what I've got my settings on. So I got no NPCs of any kind, so that's why. So yeah, it's probably a bandit camp. There's no bandits in it because I've got the NPC stuff turned off. Yeah, I remember this setup. And I'm dead. Minefield? I don't know. I didn't see anything. I have no idea what just happened. I don't think they have... There's not usually traps inside the camp like that, not mines. No, I don't think so. I would have gotten a message about it. It would have said something. We're gonna Alt F4 this one. It's possible wherever it puts me back to, this camp won't be here when I come back in, so this may not work or do what I want. Let's see where it puts me. But no, I didn't get any message. I didn't see any bad guys. Nothing in the log showed any particular attack or damage. Where the hell? Huh. Alright, that's kind of weird. Good old Alt F4. Always does some weird stuff. So I think my vehicle's still over there. Alright. Or not. Onboard vehicle not found. We'll run back. We'll see what things look like. If I can find a legitimate reason for my death, I'll have to take it. I play Iron Man, and I try really hard to hold to that. So if it was my own stupidity, fine. So we'll go back and we'll experiment. It'll suck. It'll suck a lot, But them's the breaks. Shouldn't have been poking my nose in there. I wasn't going to loot or anything in there anyway, because it would have been off limits to me for my own internal rules. When I turn off NPCs, I don't allow myself to go loot their locations. So, there's the vehicle. It's going to be fun, as I'm going to have a corpse. I can go loot up extra copies of all my stuff. But if I was going to explode from a landmine, I would have expected it to happen out here. I don't remember. I've been in this camp before a long time ago. I remember that. And I remember having issues with NPCs back then, but it's been a really long time. But with no NPCs, I don't know. Let's see if I hit a mine or anything. We'll stop and we'll stare at the ground for a while. Give the game a chance to hopefully let my perception spot any mines. I'm still seeing no indicators. Normally you would see indicators on your screen here that there are bandits nearby. They would tell you their names and all that kind of stuff. So, a mine is the only thing I can think of. I've got safe mode on. So theoretically, if somebody that's going to shoot me steps up, I'll know. There's all my gear and my corpse. Yeah, they got a welder. Too bad I've got my not allowed to go. Oh, so they tricked me again. I always think that's the welder. Good old automotive filter. Yep, landmine. Alright, buried landmine. That's what I died to. So we're dead. All I was looking for was for a single landmine. So I assumed that I would be okay given bandit camp area. I'm not a real fan of this kind of landmine setup. The same thing happens with the NPC quests where they put landmines outside the cabin that they send you to kill some bandits. Been a couple of times where I've stepped on that landmine and ended a run as well. Yeah, trapping and perception are the two things you need in order to spot them very well. So, usually if you just stand in place and you let time roll by for a little bit, you'll manage to spot them unless you got a really terrible perception. So if you just kind of move slowly and stop and let some time go by, you can spot them. But it's feeling like I hit like one of the only two landmines out here. Let's see just how many there are. Player, edit, me, skills, modify. We're dead. Set them all to 10. And then, player, edit me, stats, perception, 30. There we go. Hey, look at that. Landmine. Jeez. You gotta be kidding me. There's one in the tent. Should be detecting them pretty automatically. Yeah, they're just kind of appearing. My perception's so high. So yeah, alright, landmines. Scattered all over the place. There's a bunch of them right there. That's not very friendly. Alright, my bad. Shouldn't have come in here. When I first recognized it, I should have left. I just didn't remember there being landmines inside the camp. And we had just gotten in sight of another fungal! Oh, my map is so messed up. And another science lab. So we did have an opening. We would have been able to work our way around both south to that city area and or up to that one. Not to be. Alright, well, we're done. Suicide, suicide. 22 days, 12 hours, 196 kills. Down he goes. Nothing too exciting on this list. Alright, world, wizard world, reset, yes. Alright, either laser dung face melter? What is the longest I've lasted? It's kind of an irrelevant question. I can last as long as I want to. That's why I set myself these short-term challenge goals most often. And I fiddle with the world settings quite a bit, because if my only goal is to stay alive, I can stay alive until I die of boredom, which is pretty early. I know the game too well at this point. I can't play just to stay alive any longer, unless I really, really crank up difficulty settings and options and so on. So I try to find game world settings that at least keep things interesting, puts me into situations I'm still going to struggle with, and item spawns that still require me to kind of look around for things. But knowing where everything's likely to spawn, knowing where all the food is, basically knowing everything about the game, makes it way too easy for me unless I set myself specific goals. Ever tried a trapper run? No, I've never tried a trapper run. Holds no interest for me. I've never done an in a woods run. Same reason, holds no interest for me. Removes too much of the game, play mechanics, and it's too easy. There's just no point to it for me. Same thing with farming. Why? I mean, I know the game so well I can easily feed myself in one of half a dozen different ways with no difficulty. Alright, so I have to decide here. I didn't quite get as much of the magic stuff done as I would like. I'm not quite ready to move on. Don't want to fiddle with any of the world settings before we jump back in, though. So, still I'm not in the mood to deal with NPCs. I'm fine with them being off. I'm going to leave Z levels off because it's really fucking irritating and I'm sick of it. So no Z levels, no NPCs, gotta have Wanderspawns. Not fiddling with construction scaling, season length, or any of that stuff. My map has been a little weird, but I don't think I can blame it on city size and spacing settings either. Why no NPCs? Because they're just really, really annoying. When they're no longer rabid suicide monkeys, I'll give it a thought. And or, if I'm not required to quadruple my number of key presses in a game in order to keep them from suiciding, I'll reconsider. But, yeah. I throw them in every once in a while. I turn them on, at least the static and such. But right now, after some recent challenge episodes with NPCs, I'm on a no NPC, save my sanity spree at the moment. They're making a lot of progress, but they are just monumentally stupid and key press heavy. I can't bring myself to use them too often. Sometime in the future. They are getting better. They're not to the point yet where they don't just drive me berserk, though. Alright, I think I'm going to leave all this alone. So we'll leave Wizarding World the way it is. I pretty much always have the classes and scenarios mod running, or I have in the past. So I've used it plenty. Do I want to fiddle with the character build? Oh, that's right. We did the infected... No, wait. Did I do... No, did I do the infected start? I did not do the infected start. Wait a minute. Which character is this? No, I don't want... Alright, this is not the guy I was expecting. I'm not doing genetic downward spiral. This is the wrong wizard. I want that one. Wizard World. Apparently I didn't make a template. Nope, that wasn't it either. Alright, we're gonna have to rebuild the character. Lovely. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but sure, let's go for it. Gotta do multiple pool. I don't remember. Was it Burning Building? I think it was Burning Building that I started with. We'll do Burning Building. Then we were the Kelvinist. Yeah, Kelvinist is fine. Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to remember here. So I had intelligence bumped, perception to 9, left those. I went. No, I had genetic downward spiral in the previous challenge. And the infected and genetic downward spiral kind of took over the challenge. I wasn't able to get as much magic stuff done. So this particular challenge was not using that character that you saw show up. Apparently I didn't create a template for the character I built, and it's not showing the right info. Let's see. Trying to remember what I had. I took Savant. Gotta be a Pyro. And taken Poor Healer. Can't remember the other one I took. There was at least one more. Fast Metabolism? We'll say Fast Metabolism. That's the 12. Then I know I took the Efficiency, Regen, Sensitivity. I didn't take any martial arts or any of that stuff. I can go check. Let's go. You. Although I think the genetic. I don't mind that. Alright, where's the character sheet? Oh yeah, I took Addictive Personality. That's the one I took. 813.9, yes. Addictive Personality, and was all I took there. And then Spellcraft 5 is what I maxed out. Alright, so Spellcraft 5, and that gets me to 0. And instead of Fast Metabolism, I took that. Alright, that's the character. That's what we build. Okay. That's... the healing nerf has gone in? Cool. When did it, I didn't get a chance to notice this run. Is it listed somewhere in here? How about the healing nerf? Unless it's buried in that group. I don't remember seeing a message about the healing nerf going in. If it's in, fine. Alright, let's jump back in. Oh, we got a basement, and they put the fire right next to it. Oh, you bad man. Reduce healing rate to realistic values. That's pretty obscure. That doesn't really say all that much. You heal 3 to 5 hit points per night? Holy mackerel. Well, I'm rethinking my poor healer trait if that's the case. This might be pretty damn painful in combination with the general healing nerf. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, if it's that low, that's really low. That's going to cause just about as big of a freak out as the turn timer change. Look at that fire spread, man. Alright, well, let's do the important thing. There's our map. Do we have any convenient apartment towers that I can use? I am not seeing a convenient apartment tower. We have an office tower. Lots of doctor's offices, but I've, as always, got to get to some kind of a safe-ish place. Cabin to the northeast. That might be my target right there. Hey there, Terracus. Thank you much for the resub. Alright. Yeah, we're climbing back up to my sub goal. Had a bunch of gift subs roll off in the last day, so it dropped my number quite a bit. Back to what are we at? 113? We're getting there. Alright. Bookstores, yes. Libraries, doctor's offices. No garages, no gun stores. I also don't yet have a binocular or a telescope. So, 3 bookstores, no libraries, no recycling centers, no sign of a mansion on my screen. A big old zoo right in the middle of town. Alright, so yeah, I think we're probably going to end up going north along this group of houses, and then possibly off into the forest and then cut across to this cabin. Try to use that as our initial base of operations. Depends on what we find as we start moving around. Yeah, nothing really particularly interesting between me or any places I need to get to, though. Possibly I could try to cross the street and go to that bookstore first, but we have no carry capacity, as always. Yeah, it feels like they changed it to the imperceptive healer trait, which I'm used to taking, but having that be the default and then taking poor healer on top of that, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We may rebuild the character pretty quick. Oh, man. Too bad it's not the good stuff. Cargo shorts? Just regular shorts. And now I got a runner. So, it's either go out the window to the north, then get to the next building across, or hit the road and hope that there's a pristine condition security van sitting right outside the jewelry store. In which case, all of our problems are solved. Let's go peek out the window. What do we see out here? Shock zombies. 2 shock zombies waiting for me out front. Well, isn't that fun? I'm not going to get a peek at the jewelry store, it looks like. Alright, fun mode. What do we got waiting for me? It's not too bad. Let's go this way. Should have grabbed that stick right there. I can't afford to go in here. Yeah, I knew that was a bad idea. There's the pot that I really, really want to take. Let's go ahead and wield the pot. Nothing else there. It's going to be that useless hallway of... Oops. Ah! It's a little crowded down here. Alright, guess we're not going to find out what's in that bathroom. What do we got out here? Ambulance, shredded vehicles. This might be drivable. Perfect condition engine. Alternator and battery are a little rough, but might be workable. Driver seat's got everything it needs and the broken security system. Show me a tank of gas. It's got gas. So yeah, it's possible that's a working vehicle. Actually, I can't see anything wrong with it. There's no fault in the engine. So I think that definitely is a working vehicle, unless I'm missing something. Let's get a better look. Well, no battery charge. That kind of sucks. It was great right up until then. Car battery discharged. Alright, well I can't do anything about that anytime soon. A lot of stuff laying around. I head towards the ambulance. I got a crowd of zombies gonna meet me, and there's only one basket that might have stuff in it, so that's not looking like a good plan. Kinda have to decide. I can go to that house there, and then try to work my way around to the front again, see if I can peek at the front of that street. Or just start doing side to side to these houses until I can try to break away to the cabin. Runners and dogs. And I'm at 3 bars. We've got a basement there. I'm going to burn most of all of my stamina trying to get to it right now. Auto dock basement? No auto dock. Alright, still don't have any carry capacity really, so I'm not going to pick any of this stuff up. Books. Alright, pretty much all I can do is get my breath back and get running again. Jeez. Bathroom's full. Fishing pond out back, huh? More runners. I think at this point my best bet is just to break contact. So these zombies are gonna have to come through the water. That guy will hit the fence line and be blocked for a short bit. More zombies out that way. There's probably going to be several in the woods. How to arrange this? Back to walk mode. Oh, he's going to move right through there, is he? That's gonna be a little annoying. Alright, using the fence line. Proactively. That way he's blocked. I still got a runner here I'm gonna have to deal with. Go to run mode. We'll try to get up into these woods pretty deep. Break line of sight before I run out of my stamina completely. Alright, back to walk mode. Let's stand in place. Zombie child! Zombie child right behind me. Damn it. Thought I'd had a clean break. Alright, so... as long as I can stay ahead of the zombie child, I'm fine. Stamina's getting better and better. Fast moving, going down. Alright, well, we got a fairly clean trip to the cabin. Just gotta get rid of this zombie child. Let's do that. I got 0 charges in my lighter again. I guess that's always the way the Pyromancer starts. I have no fire making capability. So, not ideal. I'd rather have the child not break anything. Let's grab a long stick. Alright, what the hell? Field? Long stick. Yeah, I'm confused. You decide not to use martial arts, it takes a long time. What is happening here? Bash 18, melee -1, moves 160. Alright, now it shows it in my hands. I don't know, that was kind of weird. Can't get a good hit. Alright, getting annoyed. I hate it when I get torn up by the littlest, easiest zombies. It's going pretty terribly. And I get the guilt, of course. You didn't bring me a lighter? Come on, zombie child. Diver's watch. Alright, well I know the temperature at least. Nothing. Absolutely nothing in the cabin's kitchen. Wow. Alright. Grand total, a paper wrapper. That's the only things in this place. That's not good. That is not good. We're already down a bar of hit points. Uh-oh. We got another city up here. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and get to getting our spells figured out. While we freeze to death. Naturally. Yet another totally random zombie just happens to wander directly at my hiding spot while I'm trying to learn a spell. Alright, now we burned up another few hours getting the basic spells learned. Where are you, Zambi? He's wandering off over there. I think I'm going to go through the woods up to that place instead. Uh-oh. Or I'm going to get surrounded by zombies. Alright, I'm back to having no range and having them be right up in my face. So we did some damage, got the spell learned. Failed. How you doing, zombie? Heavily injured. Prussian blue, just what I always wanted. Alright, nothing immediately helpful. Still got some mana left. Ah! Hey there, other tough zombie. I totally didn't see stepping through the woods. What am I at? 2200. There we go. Lighter, multi-tool. That's more like it. And a game system. Still nothing with carry capacity. Let's see. Let's, oops, drop some of this stuff off. Eat it now. First time I saw the problem occurring, Korg, for the AoE, I would individually go around and check all the zombies, and none of the ones that should have been hit but didn't get messaging, they also did not show any damage whatsoever when I specifically looked at them. So it was a little tougher to tell with the helicopter zombies because they took damage from clambering over the metal shards and all that. So I'll, as soon as I get a chance, I'll fire off some more AoE stuff on perfect condition zombies, and we'll see if the messaging only shows a limited number being reported, and then I'll check them individually. But that's the way it happened when I first noticed the problem, is I wasn't just looking at the log messages, I was also individually checking the zombies, and they just weren't taking damage. Another tough zombie. This whole friggin' town just tough zombies? Come on, man. I think I'm just going to let this guy follow me. Yeah, you can just follow me, tough zombie.